Hello everybody, welcome to the programming world, and in this video we are going to be talking about the alert dialog box, right? If you want to create an app and you don't want a user to exit your app directly, so if you want to ask, sometimes this happens that the user accidentally clicks the exit button and the app got exit, and sometimes all the data and all the other things, the achievements have been lost. So you don't want that. So you want a confirmation from the user if he really wants to exit the app or not. So for example, in order to give that example, I have created this button named as exit app, and I'm going to explain the code today so that you can understand better. There are several ways that you can do that. You can ask the user whether if he wants to exit or not, but the most convenient way is of asking, through alert dialog. Okay, so the alert dialog is like an alert box that will appear on the screen whenever the user will hit the exit button. And then what you're gonna do, that you're gonna ask the user if he really wants to exit or not. If he hits yes, the app will be exited. If he hits no, the app will not exit, and it will remain the same. The same activity that was open, it will remain open. Okay, so let's get started. First of all, so what we will do, we'll zoom a little bit so that you can see clearly. So the first thing is that I have dragged a button here. Okay, so no need of that. Oops, right. So I'm gonna delete that. So I have already dragged a button here, so that I have named it as exit app. Okay, so the ID of that button is button button. And now we are going to code, and I have already written that code, so I will just explain that so that you can understand better. So the first thing first, that I have defined a variable that is named as btn, and you already know that how to define that if you're following my previous videos. So the next thing that I have done is really simple, that I have created a function here. So you can see that public void close app, that is the name of the function. Then I have certainly put parentheses, and inside of that I have written the variable here that I have created up here, ptn. Okay, so now what I need to do, that I need to tell this variable that which button I'm going to use in this app, and that is this exit app, right? So I need to integrate that button with that variable. Okay, so you can see that the ID of that exit app is button button. Okay, so what I am going to do, that I'm going to be putting it equal to typecast button. Okay, right? So button has been typecasted, and now I will write here find view by ID. You all know that if you are following my previous videos. So if you don't know what is find view by ID, then I will recommend you to go back and watch my previous videos, so that you come to know what it exactly is. Okay, so r.id.button, this is the ID button. Okay, so I have just integrated that, and now this button btn variable knows that which button I'm going to use. So now what I have done, I have simply write btn dot set on click listener. When you will write set on click listener, it will generate automatically some functions for you, and that is view. Here you can see that new view dot on click listener, and inside this parenthesis it has generated this thing automatically. Okay, so this thing and this thing has been generated automatically by Android Studio, because Android Studio is an intelligent IDE, so it knows what you are going to do. Okay, so it completes the code as per your desire. So alert dialog.builder, that is a class that we are going to use, and I have defined a variable name as adb, refers to alert dialog adb builder. Okay, so now what I am gonna do, I just simply write the class name, the closes the class name as we do in C# or in normal Java. Okay, so but I don't need to leave these parentheses empty. I need to write inside of that main activity dot this. So I need to tell this alert dialog builder class that this is the class that we are gonna be using, or this is the activity that we are gonna be using. Okay, So after that, what I have done, I have used that variable. So now alert dialog builder class, the complete class has been stored, the complete class and the information about this main activity class has been stored in this single variable named as adb, and this is the object, and now we are going to use this object. So what I have done here, adb dot set message. Okay, so the message whatever you want to set, you will write here, and I have written inside of that, do you really want to exit? Okay, so after that, what I have done, I have written dot set cancelable. So I have set it false, right? So why I have done that? Because I just want two options, and that is yes and no. I don't want a third option of cancellation, right? So I have set it false. The next thing is that I have written here dot set positive button. So the positive button is of yes button. Okay, so there are two buttons on alert dialog. The one is yes and the other one is no. So the positive button will be yes and negative button will be no. Okay, so the set positive button, I have set the text for that, and that is yes. Okay, and then I have put the comma, and then here is the thing that on click listener comes, and when you will hit that, it will automatically generate a new class for you, right? So what I have done, that I have written here new dialog interface, and after writing this, when you will write here dot on click listener, it will give you the hint, and when you will press enter, it will automatically generate that class. And when inside of that, this whole class, this whole function will automatically generate it. You don't have to do anything for that. Okay, so then inside of that, you will just simply write finish, and the app will be finished and it will be closed. Okay, so no more troubles. But I also want to check if he hits the negative button, right? If he doesn't hit the yes button, and if he hits the negative button, so what I am gonna do, that right after completion of this on click listener, I have just put a dot, and after that dot, I have written here dot set negative button, and same like that, in the first parameter I'm going to pass the text for that button, and my negative button is no. Okay, so I have written the text as no. So if you write here, if you will write here something else, then in the button it is going to appear as something else. Okay, so yes and no, there are two buttons that I am creating right now. So now what I have done, I have put a comma, and same like that, I have written here new dialog interface, and after writing this, what I have done, I have just put a dot and then on click listener. Okay, when you will write dot on click listener, it will automatically generate a function for you. You just need to hit enter, and this whole function will automatically be generated, but inside of that you need to write something, and that dialog interface is the variable from here. If you see that, this is the dialog interface variable that I have used here. Okay, so you just need to copy that dialog interface, and you just need to put it here, and then you will write dot cancel. That means that that dialog interface or the alert dialog builder that has come across the user, so when he will hit no, that negative button, then it is going to cancel that dialog interface. Okay, that dialog interface will be no more, but the activity will not be disturbed. Okay, so I hope you have got the concept. And when this dot on click listener you will be completed, you just need to put a semicolon here, right? So remember that we didn't put semicolon right here because we haven't set the negative button yet, so we are setting the negative button here, so that's why we haven't put a semicolon here, so we need to put a semicolon right after this. Okay, so the next thing that we have done, that we have created alert dialog variable. Okay, and we need to create that via a create function. Okay, so if you won't write this line, your alert dialog box is not going to be created. So what you need to write here, alert dialog. Okay, that is, you can say a kind of data type, but it is not, it is a class name. So you will write here al, the variable name you can write whatever you want. I have written al, and then I have used my this variable up here that I have created, this one, alert dialog builder. So I am going to use this alert dialog builder, and then I'm going to create that. So now what will happen, that created alert dialog builder, all the information about alert dialog builder that I have generated above in so many lines is gonna be stored in only one object, and that is al. Okay, so that is the advantage of object oriented programming languages, that you can create object and you can copy data in single object. Okay, so now I am going to use that single object as al.setTitle. Now I am going to set the title of that. If you want to set, if you don't want to set, it doesn't matter, alert dialog box will still appear because we have created that. But if you don't write this line al.show, the alert dialog box will not appear, but if you don't write this, it will still appear. So this is optional, you can set the title. Okay, so now I hope you have got all the concepts here, and I have briefly explained everything. So now the time has come to run our program, so we'll go here and we will run our application. Okay, and we will wait until our application runs. So now you can see that our app is running. So this is the interface, and when I will hit the exit app button, you can see alert dialog box here, the warning, the title that we have set, and it is asking me, do you really want to exit? So first we'll see that what happens if we press no, the negative button. So we hit no, nothing happens, the same interface, the same button, the same things that I left earlier. Okay, so now I again hit the exit app button, and this time I hit the yes button, and you can see the app has been closed gracefully and successfully. So I hope you have enjoyed today's video. If you really like the video, please rate, comment, subscribe, and bye for now.